Although geographically distant, Ethiopia and Singapore share a history of steadily expanding diplomatic and economic engagement. Their relations, which began shortly after Singapore's independence, have strengthened over the decades through cooperation in trade, aviation, capacity building, and technology. In a joint press conference, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said the moment is ripe for developed nations to turn their attention to Africa, stressing that global challenges require broader cooperation. While advanced economies possess capital and expertise, he noted that Africa offers vast untapped opportunities, conditions that make balanced, mutually beneficial partnerships essential.
We knew that developed nations have capital resources and skilled human capital, and this is a missing element in Africa. But there are lots of things that Africa also can offer. We're not begging like yesterday. We're saying, we have a lot to offer. We have human capital, we have land, we have fresh water, we have huge potential for clean energy. We have good policies. We're investment ready as a continent. So it's good to combine those potentials to the betterment of our citizenry. So from this perspective, your decision to come and to visit Ethiopia after 6 decades, it means a lot. And it's a good decision. It's the right decision. I'm sure you will not regret, because Ethiopia will offer a lot to strengthen our bilateral relationship.
Abiy praised Singapore's rise through innovation and good governance, saying Ethiopia hopes to draw from those experiences as it accelerates institutional reform, inclusive economic growth, and digital governance. He encouraged Singaporean investors to explore opportunities in Ethiopia's logistics, manufacturing, aviation, tourism, mining, and urban development sectors as well.
This morning, it was a very constructive and forward-looking discussion. It was reaffirming shared priorities across key sectors. We also specifically discussed on trade and investment. We agreed to strengthen our ties on trade and investment. That is what we are looking for, with a focus on logistics, manufacturing, aviation, and tourism. We really invite Singaporean investors to explore opportunities in industrial parks, in agro-industrial plants, in our cities, in our mining sectors. Also, there are beautiful destinations and attractions in Ethiopia to visit. We encourage Singaporeans to come and to visit Ethiopia.
In his first bilateral visit to an African nation, Singaporean Prime Minister Wong reaffirmed that Singapore views the relationship as a partnership of equals. He thanked Abiy for the warm reception and said Singapore will open its first embassy in East Africa and its third on the continent in Addis Ababa. The move, he said, is a tangible demonstration of Singapore's long-term commitment, especially given the city's role as headquarters of the African Union.
Prime Minister Abiy said just now that Ethiopia is stepping up its engagements with developed countries to match Ethiopia's needs and demands with the resources and capabilities of developed countries. To be clear, Singapore is not a developed country. We see ourselves as a tiny little island, always vulnerable, exposed to so many external challenges, and always trying to keep ahead. On the other hand, we see Ethiopia as an ancient civilization with a long and proud history, a diverse people, and tremendous potential to do much more going forward. So this is not about us teaching Ethiopia at all or offering lessons. It's a partnership of equals. It's a partnership of us working together closely for win-win partnership. That's how we see this relationship going forward.
Singapore also expressed readiness to share expertise as Ethiopia prepares to host the 32nd UN Climate Change Conference in 2027. Wong noted that as regional hubs, Singapore and Ethiopia can serve as bridges between Southeast Asia and Africa, helping expand cooperation across the two continents. He added that Singapore will continue providing opportunities for African nations to draw on its strengths in human capital development.
And we will also deepen our collaboration in sustainability, particularly in carbon credits, so that both countries can help meet our respective climate targets. And also this is timely because Ethiopia will be hosting COP32 in 2027, an endeavor which Singapore fully supports. And of course, earlier in our delegation meeting, we also discussed other areas of cooperation, including in trade and investments, as well as digital transformation and digital connectivity.
Both leaders confirmed that their discussions conclude with agreements to deepen cooperation in trade, investment, and capacity building across multiple sectors.